Hello, Nari McDiarmid with you, and I'd like to welcome Dr. Peter Turner, Managing Director with Kairos Minerals. And Peter, we're speaking ahead of Mining News Select in Sydney. Why should investors be paying attention to Kairos?
Well, firstly, Kairos, we're a pre-development gold company. It's really focused on developing the Mount York Gold Project in the Pilbara. That's one thing, but I guess the headline there is that this is a growing resource project. So we have 1.4 million ounces currently in our resource inventory, but that's not the headline. The headline is what this project potentially could be in terms of size. And we recognized very early on that this is a project with huge growth potential. So my job and the team's job here is really to grow those resources and give investors true value for their shares, and for aspiring investors to look at us with regards to becoming one of the largest undeveloped gold projects, not just in the Pilbara, but also in Western Australia. And I think hopefully they'll be rewarded in terms of acquiring shares in us.
Well, you've mentioned Mount York already has 1.4 million ounces. What are some of the other highlights of this flagship project?
Well, it's going to grow. We've said that consistently, that this is a project that, regardless of when you came to understand the story of Mount York, we believe that this is a very large gold system. And I keep saying this, that we are going to grow the project in terms of resources. All of those resources optimize in a single open pit, which is quite unusual for a gold project in Western Australia. So therefore, it can be mined within a single open pit. And a lot of the bigger companies actually look for that when they want to come and take over a project. But we're also seeing a lot of really interesting stuff. We've drilled the extension of the deposit now that we didn't have previously. So at the end of last year, we actually had 5 drill rigs smashing out the drilling on the extension. It's another 1.2 kilometers of additional mineralization that we've announced already, the results of, that will be added to the resource inventory. So, the characteristics of this project, it's metallurgically clean, it's large, it's going to grow, we feel, and it's permitted. So we already have a mining lease granted over the tenure. And I think what you can see as we move forward is a study team coming to start working on the feasibility of the project towards development, and that's really exciting, and I think very exciting for shareholders as well.
Now, Peter, as of early February, the company has about $35 million in the bank, so you're well funded for your progress ahead. What's your focus in the coming months?
Well, I think certainly the resources and growing the resources, and hopefully spectacularly growing the resources in the next resource announcement. So we anticipate that to be in the first half of this year, but probably more likely at the end of the quarter. So we're aiming for end of March, early April for that resource statement. But of course, we've also consolidated the ground around Mount York, and I would like to think that we're going to make a new discovery. There's nothing better than making a discovery for the share price of a company. And we've got about, I think, over 500 square kilometers now of the belt that we've tied up with deals with PLS and with Trek Metals as well. So we've acquired the ground around Mount York, and we think it's really prospective. So there's lots of focus on different parts of the project, both in the short term, the medium term, and the longer term as well.
Well, speaking of the longer term, Peter, what will success look like for Kairos Minerals?
Certainly a much improved share price for shareholders, and I think that's just a matter of time with the strategy that the board and myself have developed in the company. But I think really, in terms of being successful in everything we do, we have said in the past that we are going to do things, and we've done them. We've got the mining license approved. We did the native title mining agreement as well. We got $20 million from PLS on the deal there. We said that we were going to do that, and we did. So what's left to do really is to grow the company and grow it safely, but also and grow it organically. And I guess success would be in the medium term would be looking at a second project as well for the company. So once we've established PFS level on Mount York, I think we will start looking around to see for the second project. We already have Roe Hills, which investors don't know too much about just yet. We are getting the heritage in place to start drilling Roe Hills. And I think in time you'll see a maiden resource on that project as well, and that's in the Kalgoorlie area. A very interesting project that certainly Kairos shareholders will know more about as time goes on.
We'll have to keep it a close eye. Peter, thank you for taking the time to speak today.
Thanks very much, Nari.